So recently I read an article of a woman being vilified, losing her social media followers, and I think she even lost her job because she refused to give up a seat to a woman with a child on an airplane. And I think this is really, really unfair because obviously this woman was organized, she booked her seat, she wanted to sit in her seat, and then a woman comes in on an airplane, takes advantage of the situation that she's with a kid and they all want to sit together, and she gets vilified because she says no, while there's 300 other people on the airplane that she could have asked. So I think this is unfair. And the reason why I say this is because it happened to me. I was flying from Melbourne to Brisbane. I was working all week in Melbourne. I was on my feet all day and I just wanted to get in on the airplane and get into my seat. And I always pre-book and plan ahead. I know which seat I'm sitting in, always. The people that know me that I fly, they know exactly where I'll be sitting. And I sit on the left-hand side next to a window and I have a specific seat that I choose. I research it and I want to have a rest for 2.5 hours while we fly from Melbourne to Brisbane. I get on the plane and this woman is already got her kids sitting in a free aisle airplane. One of the kids is sitting in my seat. And she just looks at me like, do you mind? I'm like, well, okay, where's the kid sitting? Okay, across the aisle. So I sat there and unfortunately I was sitting next to a bit of a heavy-set woman who was spilling over into my seat. So not only was I really pushing myself to the aisle, I was getting bumped by the cart every few minutes as well, and people going to the toilet, and I just was uncomfortable. And I already had a sore back. So by the time I got off the airplane, the next day I had to actually see a physio, and it was really, really uncomfortable. The worst thing is no one checked in on me like flight attendants or anything like that to see if this is okay to start with. She just automatically took my seat with her kid because she boarded early with children, as you do. So her not being able to plan ahead with pre-bookings or anything like that made me really uncomfortable and, to be honest, angry. Now, again, I wasn't going to be an a-hole and not allow her to sit there, but given the situation, if I was already sitting there and she approached me, I would have said no. I would have said no, mainly because due to my bad back and the fact that I planned ahead. So someone else can give up the seat. I don't care. This kid wasn't even that young. She was on her iPad the entire flight. She could have sat next to the woman that was spilling over into my seat. It would have been perfectly fine. So I think this is really unfair on those people that get vilified because they don't want to give up their seat. Let me know your thoughts. Again, I don't want to be the a-hole here and I don't want to get vilified for it, but let me know your thoughts.